I hope you had lots of fun yesterday doing science experiments. Today is Technology Tuesday, and we're going to talk a little bit about coding. Now, we have lots of technology around us. We have our computers, our Chromebooks, our tablets and phones, and we have smart TVs. And all of that needs what we call software, things that tell them what to do. And that's where coding comes in, is we need to tell our computers how to, what to do with the apps. We need to tell them how to run the app and what's in the app. So we're gonna learn a little bit about coding. So we're gonna start with the very basics. And I'm gonna put a link below for this really fun game that Google came up with for kids coding. James likes it, so it's like really basic for our kindergartners, first grades. So I'm gonna talk about 3 levels of coding. So we're gonna start with the basic level. We're gonna go to a little bit more like intermediate level, and then a little bit more advanced. Now, this is all still for kids coding. So first, we're gonna start off with this fun game made by Google. And so they have this little bunny here. So coding starts with what we call sequencing. So we have to tell the bunny what to do. And we can tell him to go straight, we can tell him to turn, and we can tell him to do that over and over again. So this is what we start by calling sequencing. Part of coding is finding what the problem is and telling the computer what to do for the problem next. So we're trying to get our bunny to eat all of these carrots. So James here is going to show us what our bunny needs to do. So why don't you tell him what you're doing? So James is putting the bunny, the arrow is going to go forward, so you can go eat that bunny. So you can eat the carrots.
Forward, and
So one thing that I like about these kids coding games is that they give you lots of chances you can just do it just adding one segment at a time to your sequence, and you can check it. So for example, okay, so James did finish it. So you can check it each step of the way to see how you did. Okay, that's too much. Let's see, because you're on a loop here. So, for example, let's just see if we took out our turn. So if we just had straight. Okay, so we're just gonna go straight, and turn. So this is what James had before. So we're just gonna go straight, turn. So we can stop it and then set our bunny to go again. Straight, turn. But we wanted him to go all around. So what we could do is we're gonna learn what we call a loop. A loop is when we tell the instructions to go over again until the number, so it has a little 4 at the bottom. So we're telling the bunny to do the instructions 4 times in a row before he finishes. So that's what's called a loop. And it's really great. This game takes the kids through it step by step, learning these, how to add sequences to code this little bunny going around to get the carrots.
Mama, I did it.
Yay, good job, James. Now we're going to cover a little bit, we're going to call it intermediate coding. And there's a really cool program that MIT students put together for kids, and it's called Scratch Junior. So this is great for your Chromebooks. So if you go to the Google Play Store, you can go, so I see on my screen I said Scratch Junior. So just type in Scratch Junior and download the app on your Chromebook. And then go ahead and open it. We're gonna open Elizabeth's. Elizabeth's been working on a project. So when you open Scratch Junior, it takes you to this, and you can open and create projects. And what you can do is create kind of like mini animation videos, play around. There's a lot of different things to play around with. The cool thing is so let's look at Elizabeth's project she made. So you can, okay, I guess let's watch it so you can see a little bit what you can do.
Wanna come with me? Yes. We're here. It's so beautiful. This is Merida. This is Priscilla. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Maribel. Let's go to the castle. We're here. Want to come into the castle? Yes. The end.
So pretty cool. So you kind of can create your own like mini videos, animation. There's a lot, you can change all these colors, your background, you can add characters. One thing you want to know when you start is each character you add is going to have their own sequence that you're going to have to tell them what to do. Now, some things to highlight while you're like trying to figure this out is we need a start function. So we're going to go to the yellow tab, and Elizabeth is really good at reminding us, you always have to put that their sequence starts when you start the green flag. So every character you have to put that green flag down there if you want them to do anything. So start, and then when you press the green flag, it will follow that sequence.
Or you can do a tap one, like when you tap the picture, it starts.
Yeah. So go ahead and play around with it. There are things like that. You can move your characters. You can make them big and small and disappear. You can add recordings. You can add wait times so that you can overlay lap things. And then this is how you create a story, as if you link the pages together. There's lots of YouTube videos that help you go through tutorials and help you go through that. But go and play around with it and see what you can make. One thing I just want to point out while Elizabeth was working on her program is that it's all about problem solving, thinking about what you want to do for the next step and how you're going to get there. Be patient and do a lot of testing. That's why the Scratch Junior is really good. So you want to press the reset button at the top and then see what your sequence is going to do, and then you can add stuff little by little. But it's all about problem solving and just keep testing it out little by little. Lastly, I'm going to cover a little bit more advanced coding. So if you're already like, I know how to do this, I know how to do the easy sequencing and the loops, and now we can get to the if and not statements. So like if the character does this, then something else happens. And that's when you can create your own game on the computer. You can really start to code. So one way you can do that is it's called scratch.mit.edu. So here's our scratch.mit.edu, and I'll put the link below. Same thing, you can use characters they have embedded. You can make them do an animation, but this one has a lot more controls. The controls include your loops and stuff, but there's a lot more things you have to program and code in it. You can create your own games with this. So one thing I'll show you, I just created a little basketball game to show you some things you can do with this Scratch. Okay, let's take a look at this little animation I put together on Scratch. Over here, I'm open. Yeah, so one thing that is really great is these programs, if I come to, they have a lot of tutorials on this page. So it actually kind of takes you through how to create this Pong game or how to fly your characters, make them fly. So go ahead and check it out, watch a tutorial and try and make your own animation. Have a great time learning how to code today. We'll see you tomorrow for some engineering projects. Make sure if you do create a coding project to submit it to the Watertown City School District for their virtual STEAM fair, and then they can post your little video online. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.